Hey guys, today we're going to be reacting to Elite Cameraman's analysis on the episode 75 leaks. If you didn't know, we did get episode 75 leaks earlier today. Go check out the last video I uploaded. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here.
And those leaks did kind of look like troll leaks, but I don't think they are. If they are, I'm gonna be pissed.
After 10 days, we finally have some official info and leaks from...
I don't know if I said this in the video or not. I don't remember if I said this in the video I made about it. But I think that the chair is possibly teasing a computer race. Since, like, you're sitting, like, when you're using a computer, you're just sitting in a chair and doing something on there. So I think it might, like, also be teasing a computer race. Or maybe Boom's just trolling us at this point.
Mr. Boom himself about episode 75, and they sure are crazy. I thought we'd get only one leak, but Boom decided to drop a leak nuke and posted 5 leaks at once on his Instagram. And since Boom didn't mention episode 75 in the list of the episodes he is most hyped about when I interviewed him.
I mean, he also said the same thing about episode 72, and that episode was pretty intense. But it wasn't as intense as episode 73 and 4. So yeah, it's probably going to be the same thing with this episode. I mean, like, this episode is probably going to be, like, have a lot of action in it. But it's not going to be, like, nearly as intense as like, last episode was.
People thought that episode 75 wouldn't be that important.
Oh yeah, and I don't think I said this in the video I made on the leaks, but I think, the second leak with the cameraman looking sad, I think that's the Alliance reacting to Titan Camera's death. And I also pointed out that the large cameraman's missing an arm, so yeah, I'm not sure if he died somehow or what.
Which would cause it to be released much faster, but it seems like that's not the case. And as always, I do have some exclusive info for you guys about why episode 75 was delayed, and a small detail about the episode itself which was told to me by Mr. Boom himself. So make sure to watch the video until the end. Before I get started with the crazy leaks, I need to mention that I know I haven't been uploading a lot lately, but this is mostly because I don't want to make a bunch of videos just yapping about random stuff by clickbaiting fake leaks when there is nothing important to talk about like most of the other analysis channels have been doing. No disrespect to other...
I mean, they don't really clickbait, because, like, they do tell us that the leak in the thumbnail is fake, and they're just coming up with theories and all that, so, yeah.
Analysis channels, but if you do want to get the most reliable info about the series and upcoming episodes, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Anyways, here we go. First, let me start with why episode 75 was delayed. Right before posting the leaks, Boom told me that it was delayed due to him taking a little rest in the beginning of June, which was basically when episode 74 was released.
Yeah, I figured that, like, I was thinking he was, like, episode 75 was either gonna be really long, or he was taking a break, or he was sick or something, and he was just taking a break.
And also because he was actually preparing some new designs and maps for the upcoming episode.
But since he's working on it now, it's probably not going to take that long for it to come out. Even though, like, Astros are obviously going to be involved in this episode. It was obvious that Astros were going to be involved in this episode, especially since they, like, there's a whole, like, army of them, like, attacking now. So, yeah.
That we'll be watching.
We're probably going to be seeing them, like, every episode now, or almost every episode.
I'm guessing that these maps and character designs being made in bulk will help him finish the next couple episodes faster. And it's still crazy to think that he still does everything by himself even till this day. Bro's grind mentality is on a different level. He also told me one more exclusive info about episode 75, and I'll tell you what he said later in the video, so keep watching. I think it's time we start moving on to the actual leaks that were posted on Boom's Instagram. Since there are 5 leaks, I'll start from what I think is the least important to the most important leak. As the first one, we actually got the Commander Cameraman, which I think is the same one we saw in the season 24 secret scenes. and he sure is smoking that skibidi pack once again. Bro's just chill like that, and he smokes everywhere.
So you're telling me you didn't think the chair leak was the least important? I mean, it could have some role in the series. I mean, like, it could be teasing a computer race. That's probably what he's going to be going with in this video, but who knows?
I feel like one day it might blow up on his face if he decides to smoke in an area he shouldn't. It also looks like he is in some kind of warehouse that stores containers, because this place is certainly enclosed doors, and it may actually be the same place as two of the other leaks I'll be showing you guys. The only problem is that the lighting looks very different, so I don't know if we'll be watching multiple POVs just like how it was last episode. I also did say this is probably the same commander cameraman from the full season, but since the image is very low quality, we can't really see the blue color, and we don't know if there are multiple commander cameraman with different...
I don't think there's multiple. I think there's only one, and this is obviously him.
...colored hats and ties, so we'll have to wait and see. The next leak we got is of the IKEA cameraman. Bro literally...
IKEA? Like, is that the official name Boom gave him, or is that just a name Elite gave him?
Looks like the reference Roblox IKEA employee that we saw a while ago with...
Well, a couple hours before I made this video, I saw somebody on X, Twitter, or whatever you want to call it, call him that. So I'm assuming they got that name from this video.
That yellow shirt and blue tie. This leak doesn't provide much info, but it looks like he is mentally getting ready to attack or waiting for something to happen. We can also see two screws behind him, and we actually see these in the next leak. I'll show you which confirms that at least two of the leaks are from the same place. The next leak is where we also can start making theories, because it actually does show quite a bit. This leak kinda does feel like the OG leaks we used to get, and it shows a large cameraman sitting next to a cameraman that looks like is sad. He also has a weapon of sorts on the ground, which looks weird, and I assume it's because of the textures not being loaded or something, because that solid gray color doesn't look natural. The fact that he is looking...
Well, you can tell it's not rendered, so I don't even know why you're...
down like that makes me think of two things. He either messed something up, or someone died.
Well, once again, I think this is them reacting to Titan Camera dying.
If you also look all the way back, we can see some sort of an arch, which might be
Maybe this episode takes place at the same time, as the last episode, and this is like their reaction to Titan Camera dying.
Entrance or the exit of this bunker-like place. But that's not all, because if you look at the wall, we can see the same screws we saw on the last leak, which means the IKEA cameraman is probably on the other side of the hallway, or somewhere close by to these two cameramen. And if these two scenes
Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing the speaker base in this episode. I was really hoping we would, but who knows? Maybe we will in episodes 76 or 77.
happen at the same time, it might be that the pose which IKEA cameraman has is closer to him being sad, instead of getting ready for something. I don't know what's happening, but this raid seems like something sad might happen. If you also look carefully, it looks like the large cameraman has only one arm, and he has lost his left arm. It's unclear if this happened just before, or he was like this before the mission.
I don't think he was like that before the mission. Because if he was, why wouldn't they repair him or anything? Like, why would they just send him out in another battle with like that, unless he never went in for repairs? I mean, that's also a possibility, but I don't think that happened.
Because there is no marks or light particles around his left shoulder.
Well, the reason why there's no light particles is because, once again, it's not rendered and he hasn't added any effects yet.
Maybe this happened because of the cameraman on the left, and maybe he is sad because he caused him to lose an arm. And since we saw that most of the episode looks like it'll take place in a closed space, I can tell you the next exclusive info Boom told me. He said that episode 75 won't feature the Titans or G-Man at all, but still will be important. I guess we won't know if Titan Cameraman dies or not for at least one more episode. There is also a possibility that we won't see them for a couple episodes, because Boom used to make us wait couple episodes before reveals back in the day, which helped hype up the comeback of characters a lot more. And this is one of the most important events, so I don't think he'll miss out on the opportunity to make it crazy good. As I mentioned in my episode analysis, I don't think Titan Cameraman will die.
If you've ever been banned from social media before for posting kinky content, well, you probably...
And it's very likely that G-Man Toilet will be the one to save him to strengthen their relationship, because everything that's going on right now is pointing at the direction which would make the Toilets team up with the Alliance to fight against the Astro Toilets. Now we have only 2 leaks left, and these 2 leaks are even crazier than the last 3 leaks combined.
Not really.
The first one is of a toilet smiling like he is on some drugs, and the way he has it...
This is the first Astro we've seen not wearing a helmet. Because every other Astro we've seen has always been wearing a helmet, and there was a theory that there was, like, something controlling Astros with that helmet. But that theory is obviously not true. So, yeah.
His eyes fully open look so scary, but what is that weird circular shape behind his head? At first I thought this guy might have been an Astro, but the problem is, he doesn't have a helmet. So I feel like...
So he's still an Astro. Like, even the, mothership and Astro carriers had this, behind their head or on their head. So this is an Astro.
We'll need to scratch that possibility, even though his eyes look kinda red, but because of the lighting, it's impossible to understand if it's red or brown. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but because of this image, we know that episode will have both an indoor and outdoor section, because this...
But is this a new type of Astro? Or is it a Astro carrier? Because it can't be an Astro destroyer, since I don't think they have that on their head. At least not all of them.
Toilet looks like it's outside with all the fog, and the next leak I'll show you also supports this idea. We also do know that the Titans won't be appearing, so the question on my mind is, who will be fighting this blood? From the way his toilet is structured...
I mean, to be honest, I feel like our POV and all the other cameramen in this area are gonna get wiped out and absolutely destroyed by this Astro.
He likes quite big, and I doubt normal troops will be able to kill him off. It's also likely that this toilet comes at the beginning of the episode, which will make the cameraman squad run inside one of the buildings or the warehouse.
No, I don't think he comes at the beginning. Like, he probably comes somewhere at the end. Or something like that. So, yeah.
It's like place we saw.
And plus, even if that were the case, them going in that building wouldn't save them, because he can just, like, break down the ceiling or something and still kill them.
And this might be why they seemed really scared. Maybe large cameraman in the last leak lost his arm in the battle that'll occur outside the building. But if there is a big threat like...
I mean, if he lost it to this Astro, I don't know how he's not dead, since their blasts are pretty intense. So, I don't know how a normal, like, small cameraman like him would survive that.
This outside, it'd mean that they are stuck inside, and they could get attacked at any moment, which begs the question of who will save them. When it comes to the last, craziest, and the most important leak that we have ever seen in the history of Skibidi Toilet.
Nah, he's trolling. Because there's no way you think this is the craziest leak. Out of all the leaks we gotten, this is actually the least important leak of the series.
It's a freaking chair. It's literally an office chair that's in a parking lot. The aura of this chair would rival TV Daddy's aura. This freaking chair managed to become a leak by itself. That's a crazy accomplishment. I don't know if Boom is trying to give some secret message through this leak, but unless he is full-on trolling, he might be foreshadowing something. Maybe this
Computer race, like I said.
chair is truly crucial in the episode, and we'll only know it when we see it. But for real though, I might dump TV Woman for this chair. It looks great. Other than the chair itself, we can see that we are outside in some sort of a parking lot, and I assume this scene happens before the cameraman squad gets inside whatever building they got inside. But it also seems like we are finally completely out of the bunker area and onto new sceneries, just like Boom said. I can't wait.
I just want to point out, the last time Boom said the Titans wouldn't be in an episode, they showed up on, like, on the last minute or two of the episode. So, I feel like the same thing is gonna happen in this episode. But I could be wrong. So, yeah, anyway, just all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye!